Hello everyone and welcome to my weekly what is the best escalation mission to farm video. These are our missions for this week. We got Wall Street, Roosevelt Island, DCD headquarters, Aerospace Museum and District Union Arena. We do this every single week and we just talk over the missions and I give you my advice. Now we farm these on tier 10, so I give you a lot of tier 10 advice but also lower tier advice for people just starting out on escalation. And as always, I advise you to farm on the highest tier that you're comfortable with, that you're going through quite easily. If it's too much of a struggle, you're probably on too much of a high tier, so make sure you drop it. Find your sweet spot because that's the most important thing. You want these runs to be very smooth. Now, the mission does matter. There's a lot of easier missions and harder missions, so picking the mission can matter, which is why we do this video. So this week we've got some easy ones. Roosevelt Island, DCD headquarters and Air and Space Museum are three easy farm missions. Roosevelt Island is obviously a longer one. DCD headquarters, Air and Space Museum are shorter ones. I'd say any of those, any targeted loot that goes on those missions this week, farm them. Again, at the tier that you're comfortable with. We've been doing all of these on tier 10. Wall Street is quite a difficult tier 10. It's going to keep you engaged all the way through the mission. The final area is very rough. DUA, again, this was on last week. I was kind of umming and ahhing about DUA last week. And when we played it more last week, it's actually quite a difficult mission, especially if you're tier 10 farming. It can get you quite a few areas. So I'm classing DUA as a hard farm. Although on lower tiers, it's probably a lot easier. It's like tier 10 where it can be a bit difficult. Air and Space, DCD, Roosevelt, very easy farms on lower tiers, or even tier 10. If your team are farming tier 10s, then they're pretty decent. I think like Roosevelt, if you're getting it around 30-minute mark, is probably the most rewarding farm of the week. We're doing that in about 30-minute runs and we get plenty of drops. Around about, I don't know, between 17, 20 plus. For each of us in our groups. So Roosevelt's very good if you're doing it in about that time. DCD headquarters, however, you can get that down to like sub 15. Air and Space Museum as well, sub 20, 15 to 20 minutes. So they're shorter runs. You're going to get more exotic components if you're tier 10 farming. But they're easy as well. The easiest mission, the easiest escalation mission today is DCD headquarters. So such an easy farm. So yeah. Pick one of those three, really. Watch out for the targeted loot on those three missions. Wall Street, District Union, Arena being the more difficult ones. So we're going to, as always, we're going to be going through a mission today. I'm probably going to go DCD headquarters. We'll go through. We'll see if we can get some protos to drop. But it's definitely farm of the week for me. It's just such an easy mission. In a group of 4, you don't even need a healer. You can smash through this on tier 10. If you're in a group and you're not tier 10 farming right now, but you, I don't know, you're about 6, 7 and you're farming that tier, maybe just up it to 10 this week and try DCD and Air and Space and even Roosevelt. They're pretty easy tier 10 run throughs, and I highly advise to push for that tier 10 farming as soon as you can as a group, because the rewards are just so much better. The end of mission rewards and also the amount of proto drops and the higher rolls you get on your proto drops, they're definitely worth giving it a go in your team. If you're not quite there yet, I'd give them a go. We're going to go DCD and we're going to do a tier 6. I think we'll go today and we'll see if we can get some proto drops. I'll show you my current build and where it's at. This is what I've been using mainly. Just my striker build, 4-piece striker, Fox's Prayer, Cheska glass cannon. Still, we got the MK46 with Frenzy, crit damage across all of that, crit chance and crit damage on the chest piece, gunner specialization. We're going to run a decoy and revive hive. And we got Echo. Nearly maxed out on Echo now. I'm actually at, it says 16.6, but it's higher than that. It's like 19%. I think we've only got like 3% to go on the build. So we are getting there. We do need some better Fox's Prayer though, so I'm hoping that at some point this week we get Overlord on one of the missions so we can farm a better Fox's Prayer. But yeah, I am thinking about doing some solo tier 10 still. I'm just not really motivated for it because the reward is, it's not as good solo as in a group of 4. But challenge is there, I guess. We might one day. But today we're going to stick a 6. And it should be an easy farm. So we're going to go in and let's see if we can get some protos to drop. Been a while since I've done this solo. Oh man, this sound has been bugging out on me all stream today. I've not been able to hear this LMG. It's so annoying.
They got me trapped.
They came out up top yet. And he's annoying, isn't he? I didn't show you what I'm using for my modifiers, but I can tell you that now as we're playing. It's I've basically got 135% headshot damage. I think I'm using saturate utility, then convert one offense and invert offense. Gives me the 135% headshot damage. That's what I'm using. I think you can go convert one offense, compress offense, and nullify. I'll do the same thing.
They're heading for the admin terminal. Ammo to stop them. Damn it! Thought that was a headshot.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
What we're gonna do as well is we got the overload. The overload primary modifier, whatever, active modifier, so we can overcharge. We're going to use that if we go down, so we can just scar hive back like now. We'll go down. We'll hit the... We'll get it back in 15 seconds.
Connection established.
Highly recommend doing that with the overload. As soon as you go down, as soon as you get up, just press the overcharge and it gives you a high back within 15 seconds.
The first priority should be to shut that down.
Call out when you need ammo.
Looks like the best way to take the lab offline is the decontamination protocol.
That's just a fancy way of saying everything gets sterilized.
Isaac's not detecting the gas needed for the
Oh
decom
man, this
process.
sounds
They left him
terrible.
disable the line.
I wish I could fix this somehow.
That should get it flowing again.
Probably should get that
Open the fuel
restock.
line. That should give the decon protocol enough gas to run.
They're in the basement. Emily, don't be pissed.
Well, if I knew that guy was a machine gun fire down there, I probably would have gone with him first.
They're in the basement.
The whole sound's messed up. Not even just a gun at this point.
Serious trauma detected.
Not the best spot for this guy.
Agent down.
On this mission, these are the #1 thing that's gonna get you. These machine gunners.
The decontamination protocol can be initiated
Zero
in the lab above.
proto so far.
Stay put once you pull the trigger and you should be safe. Top floor.
I'm thinking about a
Same mission.
solo
Right in the middle of
escalation
the
build, you know. I'm thinking I wouldn't need as much damage as this. So I'm thinking there's some changes coming where we get, do you know the one that puts, oh, there's a pro, status effect on target. If you go all into that, it's got to be 98% chance per bullet. Now, I don't need that much. I'm thinking about mixing up a build with that and something else. I'm trying to think maybe some self-healing. But I think the only self-healing one is through skill damage. I don't think that's going to work on a DPS build. But I want to try and think of a solo escalation build. Where we do have plenty of damage, but we've got a bit of crowd control. So, like, if I'm shooting him now and putting him on a status, stops him shooting at me. I have a decoy, but... First proto drop.
I guess you could call that clean.
Serious trauma detected.
These are my main concern for tier 10 solo. These fire guys. I can see them being an absolute nightmare.
Vital signs critical.
Even on 6 now, they hit you so hard. Is there a grenade behind him?
Access the morgue at the far end of the West Wing
I think he did.
construction site. If they haven't been disposing of the corpses properly, we could have another outbreak on our hands.
I think this side might be best.
Spread out and search for it. It could be anywhere.
The outcasts are using blood from an asymptomatic carrier. Someone who's infected but doesn't show symptoms. If I'm right, they're weaponizing green poison and turning it loose on the city. Destroying anything that might be contaminated.
God's got set on fire by that.
Emmeline's the head of the outcasts. If she's an asymptomatic carrier, they've got an endless supply of the virus to play with.
Agent, your route out is going to take you into the DCD research library.
Hey, while you're in there, do me a favor. Recover everything you can on broad-spectrum antivirals.
Hey, another proto.
Gonna need to keep my head down.
Serious
I'm
trauma
lucky Term not took her down there after that half foot. As soon as he stops shooting, we'll get moving. Oh, they got us. Someone else got us. Move back a little bit. I see that Russia coming. See me use that overcharge again. Get the hive back in 15 seconds. We don't want to get hit by him again, so we'll just wait. So we got a hive back and a decoy out. There we go. We want to be round that right side, really, for him.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
We can get that med kit off. Absolute nightmare. I can. We need something to tackle that if we're going to do solo 10s.
Agent down.
I haven't got the overcharge now, so we have to wait a minute. Oh, will we get it back in time? No, just missed it. I think there's a couple of... Is it just... Nah, special ammo guy. The special ammo... Okay, we're a little bit of a predicament here. He's got special ammo and fire. He had us all. They're so annoying. Right, we will have a hive back in 10 seconds, though. I need to get down the side, really. Yeah, he's all over us. Right, let's get that overcharge decoy out. Let's try and finish him. We've got a hive now. He's fire as well.
Serious
So
trauma
close. Worst case scenario, this. We cross here from fire people, especially a machine gunner. Now he's gone, though. Did not mean to aim then. We'll get another decoy out. We'll get around the side of them. They don't miss a bullet. They just do not miss a bullet. You can't make that push with that machine gunner there.
The DCD's
There
data
we go.
analysis
Let's
lab
get
is
that
just ahead. See
proto.
what data you can grab for Kelso.
Data transfer initiated.
See this guy here? You gotta be very careful of. One tap you from across the room with that flame. Final area. Bit of a rough run,
Data transfer completed.
but very easy mission. I don't play solo. I'm always in a group. So when I go solo, I'm up against it a little bit.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
That's why we need a solo build. I'm gonna work on one. In a few weeks. Hopefully, we'll be sharing a solo build. Don't think I want to. Do I want to take my normal position here? I don't know. I normally go up here. Don't know if this is the right play or not. I can see a fire guy right away. I can see 2 fire guys right away. Get a decoy out. Machine gun guy in the middle is that. Yeah. Oh.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Someone over to the left. Yeah, I don't think this is the best position for us. So we're actually gonna probably take it down just to get back down here. We'll find from the back, more square on. Get more room to move there to stop the hot foot as well. Decoy out. Get rid of the fire bullet guy.
Serious trauma detected.
Get a different angle on him.
Vital
Ooh.
signs critical.
Don't miss a bullet.
Agent
Ever.
incapacitated.
Decoy. That's another fire guy, so be careful of him. So we don't have a high for 10 seconds. I can hear a ankle biter. There we go. Okay, so the blades fire. These fire. Quite a lot of tanky fires on this run. Try and get rid of this one though. He moved as we moved. Okay, is that the last spawn coming in now as well? Boss is making an approach. Yeah, last spawn. I think we're good.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent
Getting
down.
up, got an overcharge. Gotta be careful for 10 seconds. There we go. One proto throughout the whole mission, I think, but yeah. Playing this in the group this week, you're flying through this mission. Same with Air and Space. Air and Space has a couple of tricky areas depending on the mutators. This mission, if you're powerful, there ain't no tricky area. You just run through it. We're running through it for fun in a 4x4. Roosevelt as well. Maybe not really any tricky area. Maybe one tricky area on Roosevelt. Well, Wall Street and DOA definitely harder missions this week. Took us 20 minutes. Get that down if you tried, I guess. But like I said, I want to work on a solo build. We only got the... Oh, no, we got a couple of protos. We had 2 protos on that run. A setup as well. 2 cores. Not bad. Definitely my pick of the week for the easiest farm though. DCD, it is the easiest tier 10 farm to date. The mission is very easy. Air and Space Museum isn't far behind. Nice easy one for you there. Roosevelt, if you don't mind a longer mission, is very rewarding for proto drops with being a stronghold. Longer mission. So have fun. Let me know in the comments if you've got any solo builds that you're using for higher tier escalation. I'd be interested in reading them. I've got kind of an idea of where I want to go in my solo build, and hopefully soon we will be doing some solo tier 10 challenges, although I don't think they're really worthy because it's better to run in a 4. You get more ads, more drops, it makes sense, but still for the challenge should be quite fun. Hate to think of how they dealt with that with a 10 no with all those fires, and they're a nightmare when they have fire bullets like that. But we'll keep doing these every week if you enjoy the videos. I know you're still watching them, so thank you. Like as always, comment to support it, subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care.